Hello, everyone. Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. Welcome to my craft room. Come on in, relax, take a deep breath. We're just going to do a little inspiration here with some stamps, ink, and paper. And thanks so much for joining me and hanging out with me on this Sunday night. Little bit unusual for me to go live on a Sunday night. Normally, I am with you on a Saturday evening. So, welcome everyone. So good to see you in the comments. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late here. We literally just got back from Wisconsin a short time ago, and I dropped everything and came running up here and plugged in and grabbed some supplies, and I'm ready to craft. How about you? I hope you're willing to jump in and help me design our card tonight. Hello, welcome everyone. So good to see you here. My name is Susan Campfield. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am so happy that you're here. You might be joining me either here on my Sue Stampfield YouTube channel. You might be over on Facebook, either in my Sue Stampfield Facebook group, which is open to everyone to join. Hey guys, how are you? Or over on my Facebook page, Susan Campfield Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Facebook page. Wherever you are, welcome. Thanks so much for being here with me tonight. Tonight we're going to create a card, hopefully a beautiful card. I don't know what it's going to look like. You guys are going to help me design it. And we are going to create a card with the basic border dies, which are from the annual catalog. This was totally inspired to me by my team member, Anita Dixon. She did I had my team gathering last week. So these are my Stampfield Stars Divas, I call them. And these are the people who have signed up with me directly, or I've become their team leader because their active team leader has dropped. And Anita has been on my team for over 20 years, and she is amazingly creative. She brought a whole pile of things to share, but she'd done a whole series of projects using the basic border dies. Now, her YouTube channel is Anita Stamper Dixon on YouTube, and she also has a Facebook page under Anita Dixon. And I will also I will drop the link to her YouTube video for these projects in the description box for this video after YouTube does their processing thing. I don't think they let me do it right away, but as soon as they let me, I will drop that in there so that you can find her video. But I'm hoping I can make the technology work and I can show you her projects, and then we're going to try and make one of them. So, and we'll use different papers. So I'm hoping that you will help me pick which papers we're going to use. And I got several pulled out. I got it narrowed down really quick. I'm like, oh, this. Okay, let's go. Because we literally just got back in town a few moments ago. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see if the technology works. I'm going to share my screen and try to show you Anita's projects. Let's start there because they're awesome. All right, I'm going to click share screen. You're going to see my whole messy screen. Can I do a window? Because a window would be awesome. Oh, I can do a window. Okay, let's try this. It's less messy. This is my Finder. So I'm going to just... Can I move this over? Oh yeah, I think you can see that. Okay. Maybe you can't. Let me know in the comments. I have double clicked on one of her projects and opened it up, but I don't know that you can see it. Oh darn, this might not work, you guys. Nope, that didn't work. All right, hang on. All right. Darn it, I don't think that's going to work. Okay, so here's what we're going to do instead. Can you do view by images? I don't know, Catherine. I've got my software here, so I know I can share my screen. Let's try one other way, and then if it doesn't work, we're going to just make our card, and I will share her projects in our... let's try it this way. Okay, you're going to see the whole messy business here. Messy, messy. Oh my goodness, look how messy. So let's go to Finder. Did that work? Did you get a picture of a cute little like box? It won't show me. It's covering everything up. Dang it. Yeah, I don't think you're getting it. Okay, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to stop the share. Okay, you saw the picture? Oh, you did. Oh, goody. All right, let's go back to that. Okay. It just doesn't show me. So that's fine. I don't need to see it. I can see it, but I can't see what you see. All right. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to be a little fritzy tonight. Pretty tired. We had a really fun time in Wisconsin and I'm pretty tired. So there we go. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Ah, yes. Okay. Now I can see that you can see it. So this one, I'm going to make it big. You can see like double of me. Hopefully you can see this big now. So, and I don't know if you can see my cursor with this, but the top of this cute little box has a curved edge, and that curved edge was made by one of these basic border dies. So unfortunately, it's not going to let me just go to the next photo. I could if I was in my photos, but I'm going to have like everything open under the sun. Okay, we saw that one already, Susan. Seriously. Well, it's because I had it in there twice. All right, there we go. So this is another one of these basic border dies. Let's see if we can make this big. So this one is kind of like an envelope flap. And so it die cuts the stitching in the both what it cuts out and what it's the other side of it. So you can make some really fun borders on your cards. Let's hit escape here. Let's close that one. Let's go to this one. Now, this is the one we're going to kind of try and mimic tonight. So this one has it's kind of like a zigzag scallop edge, and it's one single die, and then you split that apart to put the designer paper behind. That's the one that we're going to play with in particularly tonight. Okay, and let's close that. Let's look at the next one. Hopefully you're still able to see. This one is so cute, you guys. All right, so this one, she took the cloud border die, and first of all, she laid it across the top as a stencil and used the blending brushes to make clouds. And then she made it be piles of snow. How cute is that? So cute. So cute. I told you she's super creative. So please let me know in the comments if you're able to see all these pictures. I think you are, and I can see your comments. So if it goes south on me, let me know. This one is the gorgeous rustic. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to think of names of anything tonight because my brain is sleepy. So this one is in the mini catalog, rustic something and rustic harvest, I want to say. So we've got the designer paper at the bottom, and then you see that scallop edge. That's another one of these awesome dies. And how cute is that with that? It just kind of, it's just a really sweet little edge, finishing edge for a card to kind of make it a little bit fancier, right? So let's hit escape. Let's close that one. There are more. They're coming through fine. You're seeing them all. Oh, you guys rock. Thanks for letting me know that. I get nervous. All right. So this is one where she took the cloud border die and she used it as a border, right? And then put the designer paper behind. Again, adorable. Looks awesome. Just kind of thinking outside the box on that cloud die. It doesn't have to be clouds. This is another of these straight zigzag. This one is a straight up zigzag with a stitch. You can see she cut apart the card using the single die and then just pulled the pieces apart and put a piece of design of cardstock behind it. Super simple card, but that border really draws the eye and makes it so attractive, right? All right, and this next one is right here. This one is that same pointy envelope one again, just with black cardstock behind it. And again, just a really striking added detail to your cards, just to give them that extra pizzazz, that extra pop. because that's what these tools are supposed to do, right? I'm going to make this one bigger. So here she did the clouds in the in colors and then added the butterflies. Super, super cute. And of course, if you didn't like the bright colors, you could do this in pastels. You could do it actually all in just blues and kind of do a gradient thing. Just really fun. I know she is so creative, isn't she? So, oh, you guys, this one is gorgeous. Anita is known for gorgeous floral cards, and this one is perfectly Anita card. So this is let's see. Yeah, this is that same one that kind of looks like an envelope flap that comes to a point. And she used it kind of like a chevron here to make that detail. So those of you that have these basic border dies, so I hope this is inspiring you, or if you are thinking about getting them but weren't sure what you would use them for, I just love all of the things she did with them here. She actually has even more in her video that she didn't bring to the meeting. So again, I will drop that link. This one is again the envelope flap with the point and the stitching. So just super, super cute. All right, so those are the ones that I have that she brought to the meeting. I'm going to stop the share and go back. Yay! Purple is so pretty, right? And so again, that's Anita Stamper Dixon is the name of her YouTube channel. And her Facebook page is under Anita Dixon. Again, I will drop that link in the description of this video when it's over. As soon as it usually takes 24 hours to process, and then I'm able to edit the words. Maybe I can do it right away. I'm not sure. We'll find out. If I can, I'll put it in as soon as I can. So awesome. Just reading your comments here. I'm so glad I was inspired by those, weren't you? So we're gonna try and recreate one of those. I need to put away. I foolishly got out my iPad thinking I could check it to see what you could see. And then of course I forgot to look at it. So there, that didn't work. Let's get that out of the way, because as you know, I need every inch of my desk. I didn't even turn my light on, you guys. Literally, I just came flying in the door like, let's go, let's stamp. I've been away for days. I need to stamp. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to flip to the other camera. There we go. We got mess coming in from the side, trying to encroach in. These are those amazing dies. And if I just showed you these from the get-go, I don't think you would have seen all of the possibilities. Thanks to Anita's great samples, you could see all the things you can do with just these simple 6 little dies, right? So just to kind of recap, this one she used on several cards that gave the chevron look on the purple floral card pointing down, but also she used it as a side, the side angle several times. This one was that fry box that I showed first. That's how she curved that edge of the top of the box, which is perfect. And this one, she had that pretty lacy edge on one of the cards. Here's the cloud die. Here's one of the kind of zigzag with the scallop, and then here's the straight up zigzag. We're going to play with this one tonight, this straight up zigzag. And I have a piece of good old basic white here. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. These are our standard card sizes here in the US. Go ahead and just give that a crease with my bone folder. And in her video, Anita said that she actually stamped her words first before deciding where to cut, which is very smart because then you make sure you've got room for those words, right? So before I can stamp my words, we need to decide what we're making here. So I've got thinking of you out. So I think it would be fun to do this with a Christmas version, but I wouldn't do thinking of you for that. So I'm going to hold that one aside. If we have time, we'll make that one. But I have a couple other options here. I've got the Sun Prince Designer Series paper here, which is gorgeous. One of my favorites. Haven't used that in a long time, so that would be fun. Or I have 2 different patterns of the special day paper. So if you can let me know if the comments, if you think we should do special day, is that what it's called? Special, I think so. I don't even know where my catalog is. I think it's still in my backpack. Or the sun prints. Let me know which one you prefer. And we'll go from there. Hang on. Sigrid is asking where she could find these dies. They're in the annual catalog. And so I'm just going to pull up that page number. Special day, sun prints, sun prints, sun prints. Okay, so I'm going to show you where the dies are in the catalog because they're kind of hidden. You know what? They're kind of like secretly hidden. They're on the very first page of the dies. So in the annual catalog on page 169, you will find them right here. And I say they're kind of hidden because they don't look like the dies I just showed you. They're showing the cut pieces. So it's a little, if you're looking for, you know, this, you're not going to find it because it looks a little bit different. So they are called the basic border dies and they're on page 169. Thanks for asking that, Sigrid. I'm sure others will appreciate knowing where those can be found. All right, so let's see. What are we going with, guys? Special day, sun prints. 7 for sun prints. Hey, Lori's adding up. For YouTube, though, I've also got people voting over on the other. I'd love it if you guys want to count because I'm so brain dead. I'm seeing more for sun prints. That looks like the winner. So we're gonna go sun prints. We might still make one with this. We might. We haven't had supper yet, but I have given direction for the gentleman, my husband and son, and we'll see if they can make that happen here. All right. Whoops. Susan was going to start cutting without doing what I said I was going to do. Anita told us in her video, she recommends stamping first. I was doing it thinking upside down. I'm not going to do that. Well, I might do that, but not on purpose. All right. I'm going to go with Night of Navy since we've decided on our paper here. You could also use Starry Sky with this paper for sure. I'm going to go, not sure where to stamp it. Let's go with right here. All right, so I've got my Night of Navy, thinking of you. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold the phone. I'm changing my mind. Do over. I think let's do this one this direction, you guys, because that's kind of how this pattern is going. All right, I'm getting a little crazy here. You know what? We're going to go with a happy birthday. This big, beautiful happy birthday from Go To Greetings, which is also where the thinking of you was from. But I absolutely love this one. So let's just pop that right on here. I can't even tell if that's straight. Goodness. It's close enough. Might be a slight uphill slant if you looked really, really close. All right, so I get an A for math so far today. Oh boy, that is really scary, Janine. All right, okie doke, and I'm going to set these aside, and we have our piece right here. Just give this a rub, and all right, we're ready to die cut. I think we're ready to die cut. So we're gonna cut this, and we're gonna insert our paper in here. And it's going to be awesome, right? Okay, let's bring in our, I don't know, hopefully. All right, I'm going to bring in the die cutting machine here. I'm going to shove a bunch of stuff out of the way because my stamp room is messy. And that's the way we like it, right? Okay, we don't really like it that way, but that's the way it is. So it's the real situation here. So I'm going to lay my card in my die cutting machine like this, and we can really cut this wherever. We're going to be trimming this piece down when we decide how much of that designer paper we want to show. So I'm going to go right about here. Seems like I have about the same amount of space above as I do below if I count from these points. So kind of measuring that and measuring that. It's not an exact science, right? It's just eyeballing it and going with what looks good. And oh, did I move that down too much? Oh, look, I wrote on this Post-it note. That's okay. I'm going to give it 2 jobs. Am I still okay with that? It's not like I moved it down too far. All right, there we go. All right, so we've got that in. Got the Post-it note on so that hopefully it doesn't slide anywhere. And then I'm going to crank this through. Now, when these border dies are the long way like this, you're going to need a little extra oomph to get it through the machine. So just be aware of that. So I'm pulling it towards me so that I'm kind of over it a little bit more so that I can really turn that handle. Goes through fine, but it's just a little more pressure needed than cutting a small, tiny thing that doesn't go straight across your card. All right, you know what? I'm done with this. Why am I putting it back in? I don't need this right now. Bye-bye. But don't go too far because we're going to need you again maybe for another card. All right. I like that, Janine. All right, Janine is a really good statement here, and I'm going to show that to everybody. You could spend all your time cleaning your stamp area, or you could be making cards during that time. And then we can be mailing those cards to people to bring joy to them. So I agree with you. It's okay to have a messy desk as long as you're making stuff, right? And every time I make it, I mess it up again. So, all right, let's hide that. And let's go ahead. Hey, Sandy, that long die is from the basic border dies that are on page 169 of the annual catalog. And we are playing with this one. Almost like I lost it. No, you didn't, Susan. You put it back where it belongs. Oh my goodness, I'm fritzy tonight, you guys. All right, too much vacation. All right, so we've got our piece of Designer Series paper. You voted on the sun prints. I think that is an excellent choice. It's already absolutely gorgeous. Now, you could do a couple things here, right? You could do a couple things here. You could actually adhere it like that and have the whole piece show and just have the single scallop. Or you can adhere it. We're going to cut this off. You know, obviously if I stuck it on there so that it fit, it would cover up our pretty paper, and we want that paper to show. So we can cut this down about an inch off, and that's what it's going to look like. I like that. I think that's really pretty. The other thing that we could do is, well, I'll show you in a minute. All right, so we're going to cut an inch off of this piece that we had chopped off with our die. So I'm going to bring this in and slide this right here. And just trim that down. So I cut off an inch. I can save that. That's perfect size for doing a little label on something, right? Everything's a perfect size for something, right? All right. So, you know, we talked about we could do this one. I don't know. I don't think I would do this look with this particular die because of the points and the way this paper looks. However, had we used this pretty scallop one, you guys, that would be a stunning card, right? That would be a stunner. So that would be another option. But we're doing these, and I think they will look better just having that piece show like that. The other thing is we could make that opening a little bit smaller and have a little bit of that paper kind of peeking out on the bottom edge too. You can see, I hope you can see the different looks that you can get having a little peek of that DSP over here versus showing the whole thing. For this card, I'm actually going to show the whole thing. Now, with this card, we also could have done a little, instead of doing the big happy birthday at the top, we actually could have done the thinking of you down here smaller. Options, right? So many options and so little time. So I'm going to take this piece. I don't know how I managed to get Night of Navy ink on it, but fortunately it's not going to show. And I'm going to adhere it. I'm just going to line it right up to the edge of this piece and stick it on. Okay. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on this part. I'm just going to test it out here real quick. Hold on. How do I do this? All right. I just want to make sure I've got room. Yeah, I have room to just run a strip of adhesive right here and not glue my card shut. As long as I don't get too crazy and I stay up near the points, I should be okay. So I've got it a little, this is where you want to spend an extra minute to make sure the bottom is squared up, the sides are all squared up, and then I'm just going to close that sticky flap. And now we have our quick and simple birthday card. If you wanted to spruce that up with a ribbon, you absolutely could do that. But you can also just leave it that simple and get it off in the mail, right? So this one, we're going to call done. Let's grab another one. And let's do it. Oh, I'm bumping the camera. Goodness. All right, let's do it with Special Day. So, and this one we're going to go the other direction. So let me know if you want the one on number 1 or number 2, which one you think we should use for our card. This one, the back of this paper is going to show on the inside of the card like it does here. And so I'll show you the backs in case that helps you vote. The back of this one is a beautiful Sahara sand, just kind of a linen-y texture. Very elegant, perfect for a wedding. The back of this one is the Calypso coral with some leaves and kind of, again, a linen-y texture. So 1 or 2, let me know which one you would like me to use. And while you are voting on that, I'm going to go ahead and die cut this. Let's bring the die cutting machine back in here. Pop it right in here. Ooh, should I stamp first? Oh, I should. Okay. I'm changing my mind. I should stamp first, and I can't stamp until you let me know which one we're going to use. So I am seeing you guys are pretty much in agreement here that, well, I'm seeing some 1s, but mostly I'm seeing number 2. So that is this one right here. So my only struggle with this one, it's kind of a pretty copper color on this side. And I'm not sure if I stamp that in Calypso Coral, how that's going to look. So I'm just looking at my options here, my ink colors. What do I want to use for that one? It would be really pretty embossed in copper. Did I just say that out loud? Because, oh my goodness. All right, you know what? I'm going to live dangerously, and I'm going to die cut it before I put my words in. And then we'll just pick words that fit, right? Oh, boy. All right. I will cheat, and I'll just take my thinking of you and pop it in there and say, is that going to work? Yeah, that should work if I do it right there. Okay. Can't decide what color to do. All right, we're gonna put this on here, and that's just holding it in place, and I'm gonna stick this down. I could have reused that other Post-it note I used earlier, but I don't know where I put it. I might have thrown it away. Okay, again, you need a little bit more pressure when you've got it the long way, so just be prepared for that. It will go through fine, but you need a little extra oomph. All right, and I think we are going to need to do that. Gosh, do I even have my embossing stuff up here? We use that for the meeting. Oh boy, it might still be downstairs. No, I wouldn't go out of town without my whole house being spotless. I don't want you to think bad things about me, but I might have done that. I thought I brought it up though. Let's look in the drawer where it belongs. Oh, look, there it is. There it is, right where it belongs. So let's emboss that, all right? Cinnamon cider is gone. Cajun Craze woodwork. Emboss with copper. Emboss. Yeah, I think embossing with copper would be cool too. I'm just being lazy. So I've got my little embossing buddy here. I'm going to just rub that so I don't have any things from my hands there. These are the metallic embossing powders. These were on low inventory. I don't know if they're orderable right now or not, to be honest with you. I've been out of town. I'm going to grab my Versamark ink. And we're going to do Thinking of You, but I need to clean it because it is not clean. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Scrub here. Take my Stampin' Mist. Just get that damp. And the cheapest washing machine you'll ever buy. Got a clean stamp now. Ready to rock. All right. So let's see. Let's see how I did with my guesswork on my Thinking of You. Oh yeah, we're fine, especially if I do it in a spot where I have the points. Should I go up here or down here? Let's see. Let's go up higher. Why not? So nervous about stamping crooked tonight. Why? I don't know. All right, so we've got that on there. It's a little bit pink, probably because I didn't clean my stamp well enough, but that's okay. The copper will cover that right up. So I'm going to open up my copper embossing powder, make sure I have the right one. Slap some on there. Put the extra in my little powder pal here. And I've tapped off, I think, all of the excess. Now, the million-dollar question is, where is my heat tool? Oh, right where it belongs. All right, I did clean up after our team gathering. So for our team, we gathered both virtually by video, and then we also gathered in person for those who were local. 2 different time session options. So it was so good to see everybody and get together. So we're going to do that every quarter. All right, hold on. I got to plug in. And I'll show you what we made at the meeting. So this was the card that they made, whether they were attending in person or virtual. I sent them all the packets to make this card, which is from the, this is the freestanding double joyfold card. This is the September Crafternoon. So people who place an order with me the month prior get a packet in the mail to make a project. Now, this was not the one that, they made the holly one. Oh, where is it? I had it in the car with me. Hang on. Oh, goodness. All right, so customers made this one. Team members made this one. And this is actually the embossed copper. And we did it. It's a perfect match for the rose gold foil, which is absolutely gorgeous. This one opens up like this. And more rose gold foil inside, and it stands for display. So I'm going to set that one aside. Let's heat this up before my ink dries. All right, I think we got it all melted there. Just tilt it to make sure it's all melted because otherwise it will flake off and make a mess, and we don't want that. All right, so we've got that. I'm going to give that another little crease here. And then, excuse me, I need to cough. Okay. All right, so that is going to go inside right here. Now this one, this is one where we could just skip the other half. But let's look at all our options, right? Let's look at all our options. So we can do, oh, that's so pretty, you guys. All right, so we're going to chop some off of here. Just eyeballing how much I want to cut off. Oh, I guess I could go an inch again. I'm actually going to cut off 3/4 inches, and then I'm going to see what we think. All right, because I can cut more, but I can't cut less. If that makes sense. So let's commit to 3/4 of an inch, and we might be really happy with that. But we might say, let's cut a little more off. So this piece I cut a little bigger. On this first card, I cut the piece 3 inches by 5.5. Okay. On this one, I cut it 4 inches by 5.5. And that's just the perfect size for that, like to use the full amount of paper. Didn't cut it terribly straight, but there's that. So we can do like this. We can close that again a little bit skinnier, and you could see some of it in both ways. I kind of like it bigger, and in fact, I want to see even more of that. So I am going to go back and cut another 1/4 of an inch off of here. I only cut off 3/4, but you know what? I'm not happy with it. I want the full inch. Really liking that inch with these. Okay. So why use a bigger panel? It doesn't matter. It's totally up to you and your preference. You could certainly just use the 3 inches for this. On this one, more of the other side will show in when the card is opened. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm talking about there. So again, I like to do it this way. I'm going to stick this on. Going to line it up with the edge here. Such pretty paper. I don't, this paper is so hard to photograph. And so it just, the catalog pictures don't give it justice, because metallic papers are just tough to show on camera. It's even hard for you to see how pretty it is, but it is very pretty and very perfect for fall. Now, because I've made this piece bigger, I don't need to worry so much about where my adhesive goes, right? Because it's a bigger piece. And I know that I have all but a 1/2 inch covered here. So as long as I don't put any adhesive, the in that 1/2 inch between that and the, come on, Susan, use your words. As long as I don't put any adhesive a 1/2 inch before the score, I'm fine. Whew. Okay, got it out there. Wow. A little tired. I'm just a little tired. All right. Again, you want to just double check that you're straight. I cut my paper a little bit short. Dang it. But that's all right. That's what happens when we rush, right? So there we have another super simple card and great use of this die. Now you absolutely can dress these up with some ribbons, some embellishment. Oh, I said the word embellishments, you guys. You know what? I had myself at embellishments. You would leave the second half, you would leave off to show off that DSP. Totally understand what you're saying. Here's what it looks like on the inside, where you can see that other pretty side. It is just totally gorgeous. And again, I think this die would be a stunner for leaving a lot more of that DSP showing, because it's got that pretty scallop, which is super nice. But I'm thinking that some champagne rhinestones would make me really happy on this card. I hope you agree. So got some champagne rhinestones here. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool, and we're going to bling it up, because we can, right? That metallic embossing powder is also adding some bling as well. And then I'm going to add one more right here. So they're just a little glitz, little extra glitz. And this is metallic embossing here. It might be a little hard to tell on camera, but just some very simple cards, except for that awesome die. Just makes some, goes from boring to wow, right? So let's do one more. Why not? And let's use this one. We keep talking about it. I think we should use it. Okay, I haven't even used that one yet. So that alone is a good reason to use it, right? Okay, let me think about this for a minute. Let me think about it. So we would do this one coming in like this, and have our designer paper over here. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Okay, so what about a greeting, Susan? Well, that is a really good question. Super good question. I'm going to grab the dies from the set. You know what? This one, I think I'm going to want to die cut a label. Why not? Why the heck not? Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Let's see what it looks like. What do you think? I'm thinking this will be awesome. So again, these were all inspired by my teammates. I'm dropping things, you guys. It's a Sue Stanfield video because I'm dropping stuff. All right, I'm going to put the lid on my copper powder because I'm making myself nervous right now. All right. Yes, these were inspired by my team member, Anita Dixon. You can find her YouTube channel at Anita Stamper Dixon. And all right, we got these in here. Let's set this down, and I will also pop the link into the description of this video after it processes, because we are live Sunday night, October 2nd. I wanted to remind everybody or let everybody know, if you didn't know already, that Stampin' Up! Is going to have free shipping. I got to measure this really quick. Free shipping for one day only on Tuesday, October 4th. So that would be a great time to pick up these dies if you don't already have them, because we've just seen all the great things you can do with them. Well, we saw the great things you could do with one of them, and Anita showed us a whole bunch more. And let's see what this one looks like. So I stopped and measured with my paper to make sure that the edge of my paper was not before the edge of the die. Does that make sense? Because I'm going to cut all this part off. So let's see how we go here. Just going to shove some stuff over. Okay. Let's crank that through. All right. Let's see what it looks like. All right. Oh, so pretty, right? This might be one. I think this one we're not even going to put that other piece on. So let's grab our bone folder. Give this a crease. Let's grab this beautiful Boughs of Holly Designer Series paper. The other side is a pretty kind of a tone-on-tone burgundy red color. And that's going to go right there. Oh, wow. This is going to be pretty. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Can't wait to see what this one looks like when we get it done. All right. So I've got my super sticky stuff on there. I'm going to line up my edge with the card here. And I'm going to crease it down. All right, let's do a greeting on there. I'm going to grab the Merry Christmas from the Leaves of Holly dies. Oh, boy, I hope I have those dies up here. Hang on. Oh, boy. I found them. All right, we've got the Leaves of Holly dies here. Slide these apart. The label here. This is a photopolymer stamp, so I actually can die cut the label first. And if you recall, we cut off an inch strip from some of those other samples. So I have a piece that's just sitting here waiting to be cut up into labels, right? Lost the parts and pieces of my machine, but I did find them. You know what? I'm going to stamp first. I could stamp afterwards, but I think it might be safer tonight in my tired state to stamp and then die cut, because then if I get it crooked, I can fix it, right? All right, so I'm using real red ink here, just on that excess scrap of paper. 1 inch is about perfect for this die. And I'm using the greeting die from the Holly dies, Hollyberry dies. So I'm going to pop that on there. I think that was the better way to go. You can see it's a tight fit. And Nicole was just thinking if she really, really needs the basic border dies. Looks like the answer might be yes. I think you might be right. If you can think of more than one way to use them, then it's probably a good investment, right? Because you know once you have them, you're going to think of a bunch of other ways to use them. All right, let's go ahead and send this through. And oh goodness. Trying to avoid crashing things to the floor again. All right, and here we have Post-it notes galore now. Here we have our Christmas wishes. This is just a clean and simple card, which I love. And of course, we can add a little bit of our favorite things to it. All right, I'm actually going to offset it right here. Now, again, this is another one who I'm going to peel this off for a second. You absolutely could do it this way. So why don't you let me know in the comments if you think we should do it landscape or if you think we should do it vertical. So let me know in the comments, landscape or vertical. While you're commenting on that, I'm going to grab the Real Red ribbon. This comes in a 2-pack with the garden green ribbon. So you get both your Christmas basics there, garden green and real red. I'm going to just tie that in a knot while you're letting me know if we're going to go landscape or portrait, vertical or horizontal. We'll call this vertical or portrait, and we'll call this landscape or horizontal. Just to be clear. Landscape, landscape, vertical, landscape, vertical, landscape, landscape, landscape. I think the landscapes have it. All right, we're going to go landscape, but I do think it would look, I think it would look good either way. All right, it might be time for Susan to say goodbye because she's getting sleepy. All right, here we go. All right, so there it is, landscape. We're going to add this little ribbon. I'm going to tie it, just pull it nice and tight. I just tied a knot in there, and then I trim the tails pretty short. And it makes a really cute, super easy faux bow. Straighten those tails just a little bit. Let's grab a glue dot. Oh, do not even tell me that the glue dots are not here. It's okay. I got a whole box of them I can open. As I stamp, I pile things out of the way so that they're off the video camera. And then I'm really good at covering up things like a roll of glue dots. That's what happened in the last video when I lost the glue dots. I had set the stamp set right on top of them, which made them disappear. All right, we're just going to pop that right in the corner there. Christmas wishes. And then we could also add a little bit of sparkle to this. If we want, let me check my sparkle drawer. I think, all right, I'm going to need you guys to vote again. We could do iridescent pearls. See what our other options are. We could do a red rhinestones. A messy area means you are creating, that is for sure. Right in front of your face, right? Yep, that's my story. All right, so let's see. We've got iridescent pearls or red rhinestones. I'm just looking to see if there's any other fun things that I forgot about. I don't think those are the right color. I don't think this would work. All right, yep, I think these are, the best two options that I'm seeing. Yeah, elegant gems is another way we could go. But no, I think we're going to go either the red rhinestones or the iridescent pearls. Red, red, red. All right. You guys are decisive tonight. I love it. I'm glad somebody is. All right. So we're just going to put these. I don't know where I want to put these. You know what? going to try this. We may not like it, so I'm not pressing down very hard. I'm just lightly resting them on there. I'm just going to try a row of just 3 under my sentiment to see. Well, it would help if they're even, but that gives us the idea, right? They're not even. So I've got that look, or I can stagger them around. Let's try staggering them around. One up here, one on here, one over here. So many options, right? There are so many choices that you could do. You could even go with, now I'm just playing now. Let's do 3. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with just 3 in a row on the side. But again, you could do them across here. You could stagger them. If you would do it a different way, that's totally fine, right? You can do your card however you want. You could even put them down here on the poinsettias. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. My little bit of struggle with the red rhinestones is they do only come in one size. Usually when I stagger it, it's there, I can do a large, medium, small. And I can't do that with these because they only come in the one. So let's try if I actually just put them on here. Maybe I would like that better. I like to kind of go with a triangle pattern. What about Wink of Stella? We always have Wink of Stella, right? It's always an option. I'm going to go back to my first thing that I liked here, which was this one. And we're going to call it right there because it sounds like supper is ready downstairs. So I'm going to go join them. Come on. You want to stick. There we go. Pulled them apart so many times. They're like, no, I don't know if I want to stick. So there we have our cards that we made tonight. We kept it really simple and we let these awesome border dies take the stage, right? And this is total one where we absolutely could have left that side piece off like we did here. So many options, right? So there are our 3 cards we made tonight. Thank you all for helping me design these by voting. It's super, super helpful to me. And I think it's more fun when we design these together because we always come up with things that I didn't think of when you vote. So thank you so much. I'm going to switch the camera here. And there we go. There we go. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I will be back in just 2 days because we go live every Tuesday night at 7:30 Central. So on free shipping day, I'll be going live that night and we'll be doing some more creativity together. Looking forward to seeing you all then. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my free project sheets, I love to share project sheets by email to inspire your creativity. You can go to SueStampfield.com and click on subscribe. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, everyone. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.